Yo, what's up? My name is Zahir. I'm 21 years old. I am from Washington, D.C., and I'm a director, artist, multi-hyphenate creator. I kind of do a lot of things. But I would say it all kind of falls under the title of being a director. So, the first people that kind of like showed me what was possible were from the DMV. Like my friends, my homies that I grew up with, they are from DC. That's kind of how the DMV first influenced me, was showing me what was possible, inspiring me. I would sit in on studio sessions, hear of like art happening or go to certain events. Before I even really knew that that's what I wanted to do or that I was involved in anything creatively, people from the DMV that I was close to were doing it. And that kind of inspired me and impacted me to, as a catalyst to like start to even explore my own creativity. One is definitely my peers, for sure. I get inspired and motivated by them every day and like all the things they do. I think they're the coolest people ever. Get inspired by them. I am and have always been inspired by people that I look up to in music. Sabas, the No Names, Sminos, those types of people. I'm inspired by like the work that I feel like I've been able to do. Seeing what's possible thus far has like inspired me to keep reaching forward and keep moving forward. In addition to just wanting to be the best I can and like put out the best work that I can. I think all of those things have continued to like motivate me every day. I think since going into adulthood, first of all, I would say I have a lot to learn. I'm like a newly minted adult, I guess. When to be independent versus when to lean on people in all spaces, whether that be like mental health, emotional health, art, creativity, assistance, in all of those ways. There's just so many ways that you kind of have to decide for yourself whether to be independent or to get help. Even in music, literally, you have to decide whether to be independent or, get help from labels and such. But I just think that has been a challenging thing for me. I'm a hyper independent person. I try always to do things on my own first, but I think I've been learning when I want to do that versus when I want help, when I want to bring other people into my ideas. And that means you got to rely on people sometimes outside of yourself. And that's difficult. Trusting people and relying on them, relying on people outside of myself, and just distinguishing between those two things, whether to be independent or to rely on others, kind of has been something I've continuously learned. And, it's important for me right now at the stage I'm at. That's interesting. I really think that the work that I'm about to do and the work that my friends are about to do in the next 3 years is going to be groundbreaking, legendary. I mean, it already is, but I think on a very wide scale. I definitely see myself working with some of my favorite artists even more intimately. I see myself and my friends doing things impacting minds all over the world, having that exposure, having a bigger platform to create and express. We're already doing it, but the exposure is the thing that's coming and that we're building up towards. So I see myself continuing to evolve and continuing to make things and do things and bring my people with me, but we'll just have a lot more exposure doing it, I think. I dropped my first ever song in addition to an EP in 2023. My first song was called Unusual. My first EP was called Chaos Street, that dropped in September. I think for me that was an interesting process because it was my first attempt at something. And I think your first attempt at something is always a lot of exploration, a lot of experimenting, a lot of trying. I felt very proud and do feel very proud of everything that came of it, all the videos, people that, chimed in and said that it impacted them. And really, the EP, and I'm gonna give y'all a little nugget, I guess, the album that I'm about to drop, entitled What If the Blind Woman Saved Him? Both of those things are very therapeutic for me. I tell my mom, this is like I'm writing in a diary. That's what it feels like. So like Chaos Street felt like I was starting to take the top off the bottle and start to really express myself and write about the things that, are painful to me. That, in addition to this album, is like the first chapter in my, negative experiences, positive experiences, pain, joy, friends, loneliness, etc. Kind of all put together in a visual sense with all the videos that are coming with it, and a sonic sense with the sounds you'll hear from the album and that you heard from the EP. Even to this day, I'm on a path of like self-discovery, and I think being okay with who I am. And I would say I'm a little bit further along now than I was back then, but really just making that the most important thing. Like, the more secure you are with yourself, the less external factors affect you. The less people not believing in you, not seeing you the way you want them to see you, or not treating you the way you think you should be treated. All of that external stuff, I feel like, becomes easier to deal with. You kind of brush it off when you are secure within yourself. I would implore my younger self to just give more importance to that. It would make things a lot easier, a lot less stressful. I think even now to this day, like I said, I'm still working on that, and I'm far from being where I want to be with it. But the more confident and comfortable I am with myself, the better my art is, the more genuine my art is, the more impact I have, and the less affected I am by the thoughts and actions of other people that may be detrimental to me or my vision.